John Browning, it's a great day where I am. How about where you are?
It's a great day here too. I'm gonna look out the window. The sun is shining. It's a little
Good.
warmish out. I think 93, 94
Oh,
degrees out there.
wow.
Yeah.
You guys are pretty hot.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Well, we're talking about a hot topic today, and that is how to never go broke.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that would be a good thing, right?
It really would be a good thing.
Have you ever been broke?
Probably when I was young. I
Mhm.
remember my dad following me to the gas station one time when I was a teenager, and I had like $3 in my hand, and I barely had enough gas to get to the gas station. Like, Dad, could you follow me there? Because I'd pay for my own gas and everything. And so that was
Yeah.
probably broke. That's probably as close as I've ever come.
Mm-hmm. I've been broke a couple times. It's not a fun feeling. It's not fun.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It reminds me when, I've got girls at home and things, and I've got little kids in my community group at church, and they're climbing on all this stuff, and they get scared, and the moms get scared. So I look at the kid, I say, hey, you know the secret to not falling? And they look at me, they go, no, what? I'm like, don't let go.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
give us the secret of how can we never go broke?
Oh, you know what? There's something that I say on a regular basis to my clients and potential clients is that you never go broke taking a profit. And
Okay.
it's kind of that obvious, right? You don't let go, right?
Yeah.
But what I find is that many people don't like to take profits, or they have a differing view of taking profits. Well, FOMO, or fear of missing out. Well,
Yeah.
it's just going to go higher. Well, how do you know that? You don't. You never know if
Right.
it's going to go higher, right? And oh, it can't go any lower. Yeah, yes, it can. Yes, it can.
That's
Right?
right.
The
No,
famous last
seriously.
words. And the other big one is, well, I don't want to pay taxes. Okay, so I don't really like paying taxes either, Michael. It's just,
Well, nobody does, but we sure do
yeah,
like the roads we drive on.
we do. We like the roads we drive on. We like the protection of the military, all that kind of stuff. So it is a good thing, but it's tough. You know, you never want to, man, I made so much money on that investment, or I made. It's always like the first time my kids got their first paycheck, they're like, wait, I thought I was getting paid. I was getting paid $1,000, but I only got paid $871.
Right.
Yeah, those are taxes.
That's right.
That's called adulting when you have to pay.
Welcome to adulthood. Yeah.
Yeah. So think of it this way. You wouldn't have to pay taxes if you had a loss.
Well, there you
Would you
go.
rather have a loss or a gain?
Yeah. There you go.
And I have had, I remember one in particular. They came in to Guardian Rock Wealth, and we were looking at their portfolio, and we said, you really over allocated to XYZ stock. And they said, yeah, that was, my dad, he willed that to me, and it was where he worked. So he got all this stock, and it's highly appreciated. So we don't want to sell it. We said, well, we actually see some problems with that particular company coming up down the road, and we're really concerned that it's going to drop in value. No, don't want to pay the taxes. Don't want to pay the taxes. We've held it for years and years and years. And I said, well, you got to honor the client's wishes. You can give them as much advice as you possibly can, but if they don't want to do it,
It's their money.
okay. Document that. I always document that we had a conversation, and lo and behold, some of the things that we were concerned about happened, and suddenly they didn't have to pay near as many taxes anymore.
That's right.
But they had lost much, much more than they would have paid in taxes by holding that and having it be such a big portion of their portfolio, especially. So this idea of never going broke taking a profit, I use it on a regular basis because the way we manage portfolios is that as certain positions in the portfolio gain in value and they get to a certain level, we say you're getting over allocated to this particular sector or this particular company, and the risk is too great. I don't care how wonderful the company is. There's a couple companies that I just love. I think they're going to be great, but I have to have that discipline. And once they get to this certain spot, I don't necessarily sell the whole position,
Right.
but I shave a little bit off, and I reinvest that somewhere else and keep the portfolio diversified. And that's a little bit different for each individual because this is not investment advice.
Right.
And it depends on your personal situation, what an over allocation is, but it's about that portion control that we've talked about before on the
Right.
show. And it's just like anything else, dieting or anything else. The portion is not necessarily that ice cream is just the worst thing in the world and you can never have it. We all need a little ice cream every once in a while.
Amen. Preach
But
it.
it's about portion control.
Yeah, it is. And style drift that we talked about recently is
Yeah.
staying on track and not getting overdosing on one that would lean you in too much of a different direction. Being able to sell it off, take some profit, which is really why you're investing anyway,
In the first place.
and reallocate that into some other things. And now you might have two sources of income, right? Or two stocks that are going well or whatever. And it keeps your portfolio, dare I say, balanced, in line, on track, in the direction you want it to go. That's why investing, especially with Guardian Rock Wealth, is not a set it and forget it mentality. It's an ongoing conversation with John and his team, right?
Right. And there are ways to mitigate, not eliminate those taxes, and where and when you take those gains matter.
Yeah,
But paying a few taxes here and there just means you made money.
that's right.
And it's kind of what you're trying to do.
That's right. Yeah. And it's keeping that mindset out front, because you're really building a life and a portfolio. You're not necessarily just maintaining it. There might be a time for that, but you're trying to build and grow with safety, with protection, with understanding different things. And that's why John and his team at Guardian Rock Wealth are so valuable, because they see all these things and they can inform you. It's your money. You make the ultimate decision and you live with the ultimate consequences, good or bad. But having them in your corner can really benefit you, because you don't want to go broke, but we do want to take some profits and see how we can reinvest those.
Think of it this way, Michael. Let me ask you a question. If you were building a building, you're the construction, you own everything, you own the business, and you're building a building, would you get upset if, when you purchased the building materials and you started building this building, if suddenly those building materials got a little bit bigger and added to themselves without you actually having to buy more materials to build your building?
Oh, that'd be a good thing. I'd like that.
Yeah, you'd like that, right? So building your life is kind of like that. Your building materials should be growing in value, and maybe you want to take that profit and lay it over here and build your building, build your best life.
Yeah.
Using what you had yesterday to get bigger and accomplish what you want with your life.
That's a good analogy. I'm thinking, if I have my stockpile of stuff that I need and tomorrow I come back and it's bigger, that means I can maybe build something else and rent it to somebody and build another source of income. And there's all kinds of things I can do. So I like it. How to Never Go Broke. That'd be a great title of a book. And so maybe John will write that book coming up, because he's so full of great information and knowledge and wisdom and just insights around all things financial, but all things, how do you build your life? How do you enjoy life now? How do you build it for the future? How do you stay on target? And how do you never go broke? So reach out to him, John Browning, GuardianRockWealth.com. Ask for a copy of his #1 Amazon bestselling book. And if you have one of those smartphone things, probably runs on AI. We did a episode on AI a couple of episodes ago. Probably has some AI in it.
Yes.
Pull it out and text the word life to 21,000, and you'll get John's business card and all kinds of great information, an ability to reach out to him, have a conversation, because that's where it all begins with John Browning and Guardian Rock Wealth. So John, thanks for sharing with us how to never go broke.
All right. Well, it's been fun. I'll see you next time.
I look forward to it, my friend. Take care. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.